Hello, snow buddies. We're going to be going live here in just a little bit. Hang on. Hey, Roy's Barbecue, my favorite place to eat in Russellville. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Dave. How are you doing today?
Wanted to make sure my mic was unmuted. I don't hear any audio problems. I think we're good to go.
Hey, for once.
Yeah. Anyway, we got lots of news again. Every time we come on, we've got new things coming. First, We'll just say hello to those that are out here watching us. Chantel Hale, 4858. Hello, Snow Buddies. Corey Duncan, hello from Western Kentucky. Jackie Mathis, hey, Snow Buddies. Melinda Conrad, Corey Duncan. Yeah, it is Snow Buddies this time around. Hi, Shelley Workman. And Mary Vorvis, good friend Mary. Hi, David Mark and Snow Buddies from the frozen north. And yeah, she is in the frozen north for sure.
Yeah. Hey, Mary.
Huh?
I was going to tell Mary her weather's kind of staggering along drunk and about to fall off here in our yard. You need to come get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Teresa Tribble. There, I got it right. Hello, partner. And Brandon Southerly, get ready to build a snowman. Yes, sir. You better believe it. Linda McElrath. Hey, Penny Childress. And Linda McElrath is snow buddying all over the place. And Let's Summon Dinner. NWS Paducah just posted what might be the most confusing graphic ever about the arrival time. Yeah, I know. We had that up here too. I decided really, I don't think is, I don't know. We'll look at it. Amanda Patty, snow dancing for snow days at school. I think you're going to get your wish. Cora Duncan says the bread is low there. Where are you, Cora? Hey, Susan Johnson. She says, hey, friends.
Hey, Susan.
I've been worried about you, Susan. Hope you're doing well. Darlene Manning says, hello, David Mark. Judy, thank you so much for keeping us updated. Mermaid, oh, I knew she'd be on. Mermaid Cakes, Jessica. Love her to pieces. Favorite snow person. She's always wanting snow, so she's going to get her wish. Lisa Murray, hi, y'all. You ready for the storm? Well, yeah, I guess. Mary Vorvis says, honestly, it is. Melanie Baez says, hey, David, tell some good news about snow. Let it snow, let it snow. And I'm fixing to do that. Hello, Helen Stanley. We're going to get some real snow this time. I do believe we are. And Amanda Patty, bread low at Food Giant in Elton. Okay. And Corey Duncan says the bread's low at Sturgis. So Linda McCarra says, I've got enough bread, eggs, and milk to last till March. But
that's a good.
And the way this is looking, it's possible we might need that because it is certainly going to put down some snow. Okay, so now let's look at the graphic we got here on the radar. You see all these areas in pink. That is a winter storm warning, and we are now under a winter storm warning really for the whole almost all the state of Kentucky and parts of Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee. This is going to be one that's going to have wide-reaching effects. And
all the way down to Memphis in Tennessee.
Absolutely. So, and even down here, they've got a winter weather advisory. That's what this lighter purple shade is. So that's, I think, the winter weather advisory is for 1 to 3 inches of snow. Okay, bread's low getting, let's see here. Bread was getting low at Ruler Foods in Russellville. They were packed. Yeah, I'm hearing all about that. At least Let's Summer Dinner says I can afford about 3 eggs. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, yeah. The price of eggs is still up there. Hopefully they're going to come down soon. Kelly Level, hey, and she's over on the Dave Powell Weather and Wisdom Facebook page, and I'm glad to have you guys on with us. This is kind of short notice. We had a talk with the National Weather Service a little bit ago to get the latest. They were informing emergency management and folks like that of the very latest, and so we did set in on that. And Mark, you want to go ahead and start taking it away? Let's get them updated.
All right. Well, we're looking for, as we go through tonight and into tomorrow morning, our area here, we see a chance for flurries. And along to the north of us, they may see a swath for a quick inch of snow from a little system that's coming through. We may all get a little dusting of snow before all is said and done from that. And then it'll taper off. And then starting in the west in midday and then moving into our area by evening, here comes the heavy snow. It's going to come down. The ratio for snow, water to snow, it looks like it's going to be from between 12 and 13 to 1, which is a fluffy, dry snow, but it's going to pile up really quick as it comes through. Winds are going to be gusting up around 20-25, so it may be some blowing around of it. Probably not enough to cause any whiteout conditions or anything, but it's definitely going to come down heavy. All through Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, it should start tapering off from west to east. By our area here, it should be tapering off by about 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. And then we really just start off at 25 degrees and we go into the deep freeze. We go into Wednesday night and Thursday night with our lows in the single digits, if not at or below zero. And the wind chills will definitely be below zero.
Yeah, I've muted the like sounds. We're getting a lot of likes and things of that sort, but you can still see them as the little jumpy face up in the the screen. Gail Burr Howard says he's got my milk and bread. Corey Duncan, coconut cream. That sounds good. Serenity says eggs cheaper from the Amish. I've heard that. So if you have some Amish friends out there or know where to go see them, you will get your eggs somewhat less expensive with them. Lan Reynolds says, hello, good evening. Headed to the yard. Put my toe ran over by trying to get bread and milk. Please suit up going into stores. Helmet and steel-toe boots. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness.
Lynn, I hope you're joking.
I hope so, too. And if so, that was quite the fight.
Yes, it was. Casey Nicole, hey, guys, thanks for all y'all do. Christy Sanchez Robles says thank you. And as I said, the milk and bread alert is in full swing. The stores are packed. Everybody's getting ready for this. It is going to be a doozy. There's been some up and down in the accumulation amounts, mainly because there was some uncertainty to the speed of the storm. But after consulting with everybody, and what we're seeing is most of the area, well, let me see if I can go over to it, Mark. Hang on just a minute. Let's see. This is weather story. Let's look at the timing. This is and she's right. This is kind of confusing.
Right. The yellow loop is probably where they were looking at a quick inch of snow or so from that morning system going through before the main one.
Okay, is that what it is?
Yes.
As this over here, she's right. It is confusing. So 4 to 7 a.m. is the ending time of this in our area.
That's Wednesday morning.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it'd be more likely for Hopkinsville eastward about 7. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't continue to see some snow falling after that, but the main event will be over by around 7 a.m. in the morning. It will start, though, as early as, it says 4 to 7. I think it's going to be a little earlier than that. So maybe by as early as noon, we'll start seeing some of that snow falling in the Hopkinsville area. And, of course, back to the west much earlier than that. It could be as late as 7 p.m., but certainly by 7 p.m. we think everybody will be seeing snow. And
that's probably when the heavier snows will start for us.
Yeah.
Lighter snow could start anytime afternoon, I think.
Yep, I think so, too. So I would say that you've got a few hours on Tuesday morning to go ahead and finish any preparations you have, and then you need to be getting to where you're located, where you want to stay, because this, once it gets in here, I think that this is going to be Uh-oh. Katie Level says, come get you a bean burrito. I know her. I know her. I know Kelly. Yeah, I know where she is. She's over at the Taco Bell on North Drive, and she is a good friend. Hey, Kelly, I'm glad to see you on here. So she's definitely got some bean burrito, extra red sauce. She knows my taste. Love her to pieces. So if any of you guys are in that area, stop by over there and see Kelly there at the Taco Bell on North Drive, and I guess what is that, 9th Street, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, yeah, corner of 9th Street and North
Drive.
North Drive. Go in, pull up, see Kelly, and tell her Dave Powell sent you. Maybe she'll give you some extra hot sauce or something. But anyway, she's a good person. I think you'll love it. Dylan Pulley says, do I need to call out for work? Dylan, I wish I could answer that question for you. It just depends. I don't know what I can tell you. Carrie Wells says 7th Street. Okay, 7th Street. I'm sorry. So North Drive and 7th Street. Stop over and see Kelly at Taco Bell there, and I promise you she'll take good care of you. She's one of my favorites, and I mean, she always takes care of me when I go through it, and I hate it when anybody else fixes my burritos but her, because she is the best. Taylor Freeman, my good friend Taylor Freeman, you guys don't know how much of a good friend he is. He takes care of me, and he says he's calling out. So Taylor will be out, and look out, because I'm sure he's going to be doing some donuts out there. I'm sorry, Taylor. I don't mean to tell on you. But let's see. Chelsea Reese says, Eli says hello. So I've got to say hello to Eli. Hi, Eli.
Hello.
And Carrie Dalwitt says, that map starting or ending times on Tuesday? Well, if you look over at the right-hand side.
The left-hand side, as you're looking at it, is the starting times. And the right-hand side, and the right-hand side is the ending time.
That's right. So what he said. Now, I'm going to look. I'm going to skip some of this. I may skip the model. I think I'm going to go to the one that everybody's really interested in. This is the forecast accumulation, and we'll go through it a little bit here. Let me scroll and get this into a better picture here so I can see. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're getting started. Yes.
That's that first little skiff of snow in the morning coming in.
Yep. And there you can see it. There it is.
And there's the main one.
And then here comes the main one right behind it. What is 1Z on Wednesday?
That should be about 7 o'clock
in the evening.
Tuesday night.
Okay, so 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And you'll see we're picking up snow now, and it's starting to set in pretty good. It keeps going, and it keeps coming. Right here, we've already got 3.5 inches on the ground there at this time. We're going to keep going. And, yeah, look at it. It's piling up. Now we're looking at, 7.1 inches. And it looks like the bulk of it is over with by this time, and it's still, we're looking about anywhere from 6 to 7 inches or so. And, you know, Mark, the Weather Service said that these could be a little bit heavier because they're erring on the lighter side, the more conservative side. So they said that it could be heavier than what we're showing, right?
Yes. They said that, the actual warning for our area, which goes from noon tomorrow till 9 a.m. Tuesday, says 4 to 6 inches with locally higher amounts possible.
Okay.
And that varies depending on which part of the country you're looking at for that warning.
Yep. And, you know, of course, we still got snow on the ground from the other day. So I think we've got at least an inch still on the ground, if not a little more. Let's see here. Kelly Level, come see me at come see Taco Bell, Kelly Level over there. And I guarantee you, she's going to make you really want to go back there. Josh Lee Williams, I bet a lot of y'all wishing y'all would have got that old beaver before you seen that shadow. Yeah, I guess so. Sue Cotton, how much for Dawson Springs? Well, let's take a look. I can give you a rough idea. It looks like about 7.7 inches. Yeah, I know. It's hard to see the numbers because this is a little far out. And if I'm looking at it, I have to get up here and look at the screen. But over here, I've got a little bit bigger monitor so I can see it. Let's see here. Judy Walton Newton. Hello, Snow Buddies. When's it going to start? We think it will start around noonish for just light snow off and on. But then I think that as the day wears on, you're going to see it get a lot heavier. So Corey Duncan says, how much for Western Kentucky? In general, I think you're going to look between I'd say around between 6 and 8 inches would be a good one to go by. So hopefully that helps you. I do want to take a look at one more thing. Have a message from the governor, Governor Andy Beshear, and I'm going to play that for you. So take a look at this, and I'll be right back with you. Hang on just a second. If I can get it to play. Here we go.
Everybody, it's Andy. We are in the middle of another natural disaster that's taken the lives of at least 8 Kentuckians. A lot of people are going to be harmed throughout this event, and they are going to need our help to rebuild after. That's why we've opened a new fund, the Team Kentucky Storm Relief Fund, that people can start donating to now to help out our friends and our neighbors with both the needs they'll have over the next week, but also what it'll take to get them back on their feet. Kentuckians were so generous after the tornadoes and the flooding in 21 and 22. This may turn out to be near that level of an event. So let's be good neighbors, let's be generous, let's help our fellow Kentuckians.
And yeah, I would agree with that. He's right on with it. I will say that what in the world is that? Oh, it's some kind of a, hold on here. I said, what in the world? I thought it was some part of the roof over here caving in for a minute. But it was the feedback on some of that other stuff that was on there with him. But anyway, here we go. Yeah. So here's a look at the satellite. You can see that some of the clouds starting to pull in here. We saw a good mackerel sky out there, didn't we, Mark?
Yes, indeed. One of the most pronounced ones I think I've ever seen here.
Yep. And we know that a mackerel sky, when you see that, there's usually precipitation within 24, 36 hours. And so I think that's a good indication of the storm approaching. Excuse me just a second. And let's see here. Let's look at the temperatures. And look how much colder it's getting now. It's only 19 degrees, 18 in Columbia, Missouri. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So the cold is coming. If you go up into Des Moines, Iowa, it's 4 degrees. Omaha is 4. Sioux City is at 2 below. So you have an idea of how cold this area is that's coming. And
yeah,
I think it's.
We were looking at the camera up there at Spirit Lake a little bit earlier, and it was 3 below.
Yep. Let's we'll go back here to the radar. We haven't looked at any of those cameras, but okay. So K Wells 42101 says the river hasn't even crested yet in Paducah. I know that's a bad thing. That's why the governor was asking folks to get ready to help, because they're going to need some help with it. Deborah Sale says 115 watching, but only 40 likes. We got a lot more watching that now from what I'm seeing. So, yeah. It is good. I got to ask you to try to subscribe to the channel if you can. It doesn't cost you a dime, but if you will subscribe to it, it does help us to be able to upgrade our equipment and everything. They may ask you for an email address when you do. It's okay to give it. They won't charge you a dime, and it's just for verification purposes. So it doesn't hurt to give it. So if you would subscribe and like and hit notifications so you can get notified. Anyway, let's see here. Kelly Level says, thank you, David, for all you do. Carol Mathis says, y'all do a great job, David. Love the satellite imagery. Corey Duncan says, northern Wisconsin last night was 60 below zero. Oh, my gosh. Oof. Chris Meacham says, what a March looking like? Well, March is looking stormy, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready to go that far yet. Anna George.
We're trying to get through this first.
Anna George says, my squirrels are cleaning up all the sunflower seeds in my yard. I fed them 3 times today, so the animals know what's coming. Jacob Gibson, I saw where either Wednesday night or Thursday they made it seem like we might reach a record low temperature, and that's possible because with snowpack, it causes a refrigeration effect, and yeah, you could drop way on down, probably below zero. We'll see. Carsha Wells, so by Wednesday a.m., the snowfall will be about over. Yeah, by Wednesday, the biggest, heaviest snow is going to fall overnight, Tuesday night. I hate that because I like to see it during the day so you can sit there and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not to say you won't see some snow falling on Wednesday, because I think you will, but it will be kind of the flurry type or snow shower type as the main system moves on out. Chelsea Reese says, don't forget to drip your water tonight. And that's not bad advice, especially as these temperatures start falling behind this system. And the snow that comes, like I said, it's going to be here for a while. We may not see the ground completely clear till March. So, well,
May not.
we might not, but it might get back
Yeah.
to freezing and maybe a little above on Saturday or Sunday. And that would be it, but it's not going to be much warmer. So then we'll be looking at the next system coming in. Cheryl Britt, how much total snow for Elkton? Pretty much the same as Hopkinsville, Christian County, probably around anywhere from 4 to 6 or 7 inches is what it looks like. Okay, so Carolyn Simone Lewis, how about Herndon, Oak Grove? And Mark, we're looking at about in that area, maybe just slightly less than up in Hopkinsville.
Yeah, I'd say 4 to 6.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
And then
The farther south you go, it's going to be more like 3 to 4 inches as you get down into Tennessee. But all the warning down from West Tennessee up past Nashville and on off to the east are saying 3 to 4 inches of snow, or on off to the east, maybe 1 to 3.
Okay, Kay Wells, I saw earlier where there may be a clipper of snow coming in Wednesday night. Is that true? And Tim Cooksey says, howdy, Dave. How, Tim? He says, how much we getting and when? Just got on here. So talk about the clipper. Is there a clipper coming, Mark? Or did you see one?
Well, it's hard to pick them out anywhere in the models sometimes. There could be. I did see a little brief flash of snow there that was up to the northwest of us, but we'll have to wait and see. If so, it'll just be a real brief dusting because it's going to go through really fast. Yeah.
Okay.
There's Dave. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
In Huntington.
Let's see here. Tim, I'm going to try to get to you here in just a second. We're looking at about looking at the snow maybe starting shortly after noon as light snow, maybe flurries, and then it'll pick up as the day wears on. The main bulk of the snow will come in about 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and there will be heavy snow at times. So it's going to pile up heavy and quick. The storm or snow ratio is going to be about 12 or even 16 to 1, which means it's going to be a really fluffy snow. And so anyway, it's going to be interesting. Let's see. Caleb Eaton, how much for Goodlettsville, Tennessee? Just popped on. Mark, you got to answer that?
Goodlettsville. They're down there in the 3 to 4 inch range.
Okay. And about the same timing, I think.
Yeah, they're a little bit off to the east
All right.
of where we are, so they will probably start a little later and end a little later.
Corey Duncan says local news is saying up to 9 inches for us. Well, we did say that it could go a little higher. Let's see. Courtney and Rocky Bob at Hopkinsville Jeep Club, David Wilson, Peyton Long. Let's get our services out there so our community knows. And I'm assuming you're talking about some kind of help service or something for the storms, Courtney. So, yeah, just let me know what you're talking about. Dave says, hi, everyone. Sandra Pope. Hi from Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm a preschool teacher. I'm excited to see the snow. We will be doing our snow dance tomorrow at school. Yeah, and they'll be flushing ice cubes down the toilet and using white crayons.
Doing the whole thing.
They're good. Chris Campbell is talking about the winds. Yeah, what about winds? That's a good idea. A good question.
They are calling for gusty winds along with this. Mostly through the day tomorrow. They're talking about northeast winds 7 to 10. They were earlier calling for a bit gustier winds than that, but the gustier winds will probably come in a little bit after this system goes through and we get the really cold air coming in.
Right.
But again, I'd see we're going to see gusts 15 to 20.
Okay, that could be some drifting, so be aware of that. Courtney and Rocky Bobbitt says it's a recovery team. That's good to know, Courtney. So, get with us and let us know a little more about you, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Jacob Gibson, how much for E-Town? Stephanie Gillum, Greenville. Chelsea Reese said, I got the chili stuff, the Chinese food bread, and preemie diaper Eli got the Jell-O. Oh, me, that woman, I don't know about her. Sarah Barnes, how much for Evansville? All right, so let's give a quick overview. I want to go over here and look at the model real fast. Okay, this is for 6 p.m. tomorrow. and you can see the snow is reaching into western Kentucky, and the biggest bulk comes on in here. Well, that looks like midnight of the 19th. The heaviest snow is already over us, and it continues through 6 a.m. Wednesday, and then it is over with by about noon. So I tell you, I think maybe we will still see snow Wednesday morning. So I'm not too sure. I go in with that end time. Thoughts on Richmond, Kentucky for TMO03, and let's see here, Melanie.
Basically, all across the state of Kentucky, you're going to see at least 4 to 6,
Yep.
maybe a little bit higher if you get some banding.
Yep. Then what about White Bluff, Tennessee? Melanie Bays says her husband drives to work there from Katie's. So, yeah, and
Yeah, as you go farther south, you'll see a little bit less, but they're still going to get a pretty good hit of snow as it goes through. Like I said, 3 to 4 inches down through there.
Okay, Courtney and Rocky Bobbitt says they offer services such as rides to work, and they will pull you out if you get stuck. Courtney, post your phone number on here, and I'll leave it on for folks to see. And then you may want to come talk to me at some point here at the Weather Center, but it won't be today or tomorrow, obviously. Kelly Level, praying everyone gets Thursdays this safe. Everyone gets to Thursday safe. Sarah Jones, Clarksville, Tennessee. Clarksville is looking at about, what was that figure I saw?
3 to 4.
3 to 4 inches on Clarksville.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, basically everybody that's in this entire area will get some snow. Christine and Watkins, Hopkinsville. We've already answered that. Stephanie Gillum Sadler, how much for Greenville? Again, we've pretty well answered it. Shelby Waltz, my dear friend. Our good friend Shelby's on here. I can't believe it. Mm-hmm. She's slumming. She's on here watching us. Yeah, we love you too, Shelby. We appreciate it. We kind of wish you was with us. We certainly miss you, and you know you're welcome here anytime. And so come back and see us. And if you want to come back and stay, we'd keep you. Susie Foster says, if it's going to be cold, we need snow. I think we might get a few inches, but hoping for more. Yeah, be careful what you wish for, Susie, because even 4 to 6 inches is a pretty heavy snow. That's a respectable snow, and a larger than what we normally see. So I think that everybody will get their feel of the snow before it's all said and done.
Yeah, and the National Weather Service has said that their projections that they're showing this are on the lighter side.
That's right. So
they are not sure about how much banding and other stuff can go on. So this is the lighter side. We could definitely get a bit more.
Shelby Watts says she's going to stop by here at some point, so we would love to see you, show you around. I got a bunch of stuff here to show you, Shelby. Paula Knight. Hey, Paula. She says, thank you so much. We do appreciate you too, Paula. Let's see here. Jeremy Blanchett said, David said open house as long as you bring him hot food. Okay, Jeremy, you're a man after my own heart. Corey Duncan, we all are just load up and go to David's house. Oh, Amy says, timing for us with new updates. Work is asking. Okay, for all those out at HES, we are looking at maybe some light snow starting shortly after noon tomorrow. As the day wears on, it'll start getting heavier until about 7 o'clock or so, give or take a little bit. The main brunt of the snow will set in and become heavy at times. In fact, we will see some heavy snow at some point in that whole situation. It is expected to continue on into Wednesday morning, and I think our total amount, I really think we're going to get the very minimum 6 inches, maybe a couple of inches more than that. So we will see. Let's hope we do not get winds. The winds would not be good because that's when you would get drifts, and then you would run a risk of road closures if the road department can't get out there and clean it out fast enough. And so we'll just have to see. Psycho CPU says if you sequence the 10Z, 12Z, and 18Z on the GFS, you can watch the totals trend up for West Kentucky. The high totals in Missouri also shift very slowly eastward. Here's hoping. Thanks for the consistent updates. And you're right, Psycho. That's what we've been talking about. Even when this started, I said that the higher snow totals are out to the west. It looks like there would be a little shift to the east, and it, in fact, is happening. Carol Cuckerman, you guys are so appreciated. We are appreciative of everybody that's on here watching. Amy, tell them thanks out there at HES for helping keep our internet service up and going, and we appreciate
Yeah.
it. And we want to give
And our
everybody
power on. We
Yeah.
really appreciate them.
everybody give a big shout out thanks to HES. Jacob Gibson says might be a sign of a significant snow. Just saw about 50 turkeys looking for food out in the field. Yeah. If we aren't careful,
Yep.
they would become the food. Susie Foster, do you think it will interfere with lights? I'm praying not. I don't think
Probably
so.
not.
No, this
Probably
is
not.
the fact.
Unless, local area, heavy power demand. It's like over by my house. It didn't kick my power out, but I did hear a transformer blow this morning.
Yeah. Well,
That
you
could
always
happen.
have something like that, but I'll be honest with you. Most of the power companies here are really good about getting the power back on pretty fast. I'm
Yeah.
impressed with them.
The
Much
only thing that
better.
might keep it down for a while is if somebody slides into a power pole,
True.
which we don't want to happen either. So that's why we're telling people to be careful.
Well, I know most of you have got the milk and bread, or if you haven't, you're probably one of those out there in the store in the lines right now fighting to get the last loaf of bread and milk. So, but luckily, I got all mine ahead of time before I called the milk and bread alert. So that's how, hey, that's how I use my noggin. Hi, Brandy Wagon. She loves the snow, and the more the better. You're going to have to join the team here, Brandy. I've been talking to you for a while, so I'll be expecting you here in about a month or two when we're right in the peak of the severe season. Corey Duncan, our trees are weak from the flood, and yeah, they are to some extent. But now, if the ground freezes, that'll help stabilize them a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll see. Shelley Workman says I'm good to mid-March. You might have to. Jacob Gibson says, with fluffier snow and some winds, are they thinking blowing snow will be a concern as well? That would be my thoughts.
Yeah.
Because if
They're concerned a little bit. They mentioned drifting a little bit, but really the winds aren't going to be enough to really be causing whiteout conditions, they don't think.
Okay. The heavy metal, how much snow will Greenville get? Mark?
4 to 6.
Okay. Paul Rob, hey Dave, can you turn your mic up? Thank you. How about this? Does that? No, I'm just joking. I'm sorry. Yeah. Does that sound a little better? I did increase the gain on it a little bit. Hopefully that helped. Okay, Chris Beecham, need to go to Bargain Hunt before they close. Everything is 20 to 60% off. Thanks for the commercial there, Chris. We really appreciate you giving that free commercial to them.
Yes, indeed.
That's all right. I'm just joking. But yeah, this is going to be a storm to remember for a while, I believe. And okay, Linda McElrath says that's much better. Thank you, Paul Rob. He said yes, it's better. So, all right.
Good.
Yeah, I sometimes tend to drift away from the mic a little bit too, as I kind of feel closed in with all these monitors around me. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. I don't know. I've got a bunch of monitors all around me here. Jacob Gibson, wouldn't be the best time to stop in if I'm interested in possibly joining the team. You can come by. I tell you what, why don't you come by tomorrow morning? Would be a good time, wouldn't it, Mark?
Yeah, we should be here.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as early. It depends on how late we're planning on staying around tomorrow night.
I tell you what, why don't you come by around noon, Jacob? Because I may have a few
That'd
things I
be
got to
good.
do. Yeah, around noon. Amy says, Jacob, we have training Saturday the 22nd at 9 a.m. here at the Weather Building.
Yeah.
So that would also be a good time. If you can't make it tomorrow, just come by for the training on the 22nd. You get to see all kinds of neat stuff. Let's see here. Sonia Childs, they got to work in Clarksville in the morning. Will I possibly be stuck if I come to work? I don't think so tomorrow. I think you'll be good tomorrow. It's Wednesday where you may have a problem. And so we should know better by Wednesday. I'm sure we're going to do an update tomorrow, Mark. I know we are, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll probably go on sometime tomorrow afternoon
Yeah.
when we get a really good timing on when everything's going to start.
Yeah, we may even be able to see some snow coming in on the radar, so we will see how that plays out. And speaking of which, let's do a little bit of looking around here. Let's look back here at UT Martin and see how it looks there. Of course, everybody's under the winter storm warning. Ooh, I hit the wrong thing there. Let's try this again. Well,
You may have to zoom in a little bit closer to get it.
Yeah, they put a thing up there right on top of it. UT Martin, 34 degrees there. And, well,
The clouds are starting to come this way.
I don't think I like this camera angle as good as I did the other one, but that's all right.
Yeah.
So that one is good. Let's go further to, let's look at Union City. Well, that thing right there is everywhere. Let's try this again. Union City, Tennessee. And you can see the sun just starting to set, but you can also see the beginnings of the storm off to the west, all along the western horizon. And it'll be here tomorrow. Let's see. Let's go on further out to the west. Let's look at Dexter, Missouri, and see how it is there. Stoddard County EMA. They got a little skiff of snow still on the ground, but it looks like they're in good shape. Again, pretty well starting to become cloudy skies. Let's move on. We'll go up here to, you know where we need to go? You know where I'm going, Mark?
Spirit Lake?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a show without Spirit Lake. You know, where is it? I've got to find it here. There it is. This is in Iowa. And this is the lake we watch all the time. But look at all the snowmobile tracks. They've been on here running across it. I haven't seen any snow fishing huts, though. They had some out here probably about 2 or 3
At one
weeks.
time, they,
about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But it certainly looks like it's solid enough to fish there. But maybe they know the fish aren't there. Maybe the fish are somewhere else. So, yeah, I would do the same thing. The temperature there
What's their temperature there?
4 below zero. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
That
why.
may have something to do with the fact that they're not out there on the
It might be. It is a little airish. So, and if Linda McElrath is still on here. Oh, yeah. Amy, she said the ripples in the clouds right now definitely tell me the snow is coming. I wish I had that shot up, Mark, we took a little while ago. It's a mackerel sky. And that definitely is an indication we got some real precipitation coming. So I'm going to go on out here. Let's go out to Mount Shasta. I know Linda McElrath's bound to be on here somewhere. Hi, Nikki Winters. And thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. We will do that. 42 degrees. And now you can start seeing the mountain a little bit. There's a little bit of it. It still goes up about like this. But you can see they've got snow on the ground. Pretty decent day there. Still a nice looking town anyway.
Yeah, I think their temperatures are in the 40s there, if I remember what I saw earlier.
Yeah. And Linda McElrath has joined us. Yeah, she loves this shot, and I do too. I got to admit, it's one of my favorite cameras to go to. And this is
Very
a live
pretty
shot.
little town.
Yeah, it's a live shot. This is not recorded. It's as it's happening. So all these cameras are live, and I just thought you guys would like to see this. It is a pretty place. I do again want to ask you guys to be sure and subscribe to us. 42 degrees there at Mount Shasta. As we'll go back over here. Gosh, look at, I'm going to pull out here. Look at all the winter weather advisories and warnings. Wow, that's a lot nationwide. Look at that.
Yeah.
Would you look at that?
Yeah. That's the storm that's going to bring us all the snow is still forming.
Yeah.
It hasn't quite come together yet,
Right.
so it hasn't really started the heavy snow to the west yet.
Absolutely. I don't know where my radar is. There's that. Let me try this one.
You're on single site?
I am now, yeah, because it wasn't showing anything much. I said, well, where is all the stuff? So,
It's up to the northwest there if you go up to St. Louis and up north of west of there.
all right. We found a St. Louis radar site. I know it's that. Here it is. Okay, here we go. This must be the little skiff of snow or something. It's just mainly whatever it is really light. This is not satellites. Those are not clouds. It's precip, very light precip. Okay, so anyway, I do want to tell you that, Rebecca Val's on. Well, he says, my head's been killing me for days. That's another sign. You know what that means, Rebecca. That means that we've got snow coming. So that'll perk her up. She'll
That
be
pressure
all right.
drop's giving your sinuses problems.
Yes, it is. Let's see here. So You know, we've got severe weather possibly at some point here in the next 2 or 3 weeks as the severe season starts getting underway. And I want to tell you, you've got to do something to protect your family. Bad need to consider a storm shelter. And I want you to watch this real quick. What would you do when severe storms with tornadoes threaten you and your family? If you have planned properly, you will have a storm shelter nearby that is strong, safe, and will save your family's life. Mid-South storm shelters provide just that. They blend well with the landscape and are proven lifesavers. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South storm shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. And of course, I can't stress enough to get ready for the severe season because it's coming. And with all the rain we've had, I know any of you that have had a possibility of any roof issues, you certainly know it by now. So give Michael Vance a call at Michael Vance Contracting Roofing, 270-707-ROOF. And Michael will be glad to talk to you. They do everything from commercial to residential. I'd really highly recommend Michael Vance. If I didn't believe in him, I wouldn't have him on here. Everybody that's a sponsor of this channel has a proven track record. We love them to pieces, and we believe in what they have. Michael also owns Lakeside Campground Marina, and I showed you some of that a few times back, but we're going to hold off on that because right now you're not going to want to look at boating and fishing. It'll just make you homesick. So anyway, yeah, but I do want to talk about Katie Moyer, my good friend Katie, whom I haven't heard from in a while, Katie. All right. So anyway, she has some salve that folks are just buying right and left. They can't keep it in stock. But take a look at this. Anytime my aches and pains act up, I always reach for Kentucky Hip Works Hip Root Salve. It's easy to use. Just rub it on the affected areas and you will soon notice big relief. You can use it as a moisturizing lip balm or ointment that heals and protects your lips during adverse weather conditions and helps with preventing chapped lips. This amazing Kentucky Hemp Works salve is available in our online store at dpww.shop. Order today. And like I said, that salve is going out the door pretty quick. So if you want some of that salve, give her a call because I use it and it does help my aches and pains. And you just rub it on that affected area, and I mean it ain't too long, and you start having some relief. And you can find that at dpww.shop, and there's also a link into the Shop Weather and Wisdom store where you can find apparel of shirts and hoodies and all kinds of things. We're going to be having more designs in there added to it very soon. And we've also got some koozies and all kinds of things. We've got these, one thing that's going pretty good right now is here we go. Where is it here? I can't even get the thing. Here we go. Well, that ain't, good grief. Never mind. My camera is not going to like it too well because it's working on the background behind me, and so therefore it doesn't like bringing something similar colors back up there. But anyway.
It's a koozie that says Snow Buddies with a snowflake in the middle of it.
It does. And I'm not even going to tell you what the other popular one was. It's interesting. Something about me, I don't know. Has a big heart next to, I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. Shelley Workman says she needs Katie's salve. I would second that if you got some aches and pains. Rebecca Val says that's why she's got a headache as the snow is coming. Samuel Offit says, love that lightning bolt. Well, thank you, Samuel. Let me get off of this thing here so we can get back onto our regular feed. And
here we go.
See. Yeah, Nikki Winter says, forgot to ask what the thinking's for McCracken County, Reedland area, Mark. And I think it's about the same, though, isn't it?
6 to 8, if I remember correctly.
6 to 8 inches, that's right. Chris Mitchum just saw a salt truck pre-treating the boulevard right now. That's good. That means that hopefully it'll help keep those roads clear. But if it comes down hard and heavy like it looks, it's going to be hard. But the salt will work. More traffic has on it, so hopefully it'll be good. Chandler Payne says, how much snow? Well,
depends on where you are.
Linda McElrath, she says, I love David Powell koozie. Yeah, that's the other one that sells pretty quick, and I do appreciate everybody. I think anybody orders that, I'm going to throw in a pet cloud for them. I don't even have a pet cloud up here right now, but I've got some pet clouds that are pretty nice. Let's see here. Chris Meacham, I'm allergic to the cold and the snow. You're allergic
Go
to
south,
everything.
young man.
Yeah, you're allergic to everything. Kathy Swift, what about Gracie? So it's similar to right here at Hopkinsville. So, 6 inches or more anyway.
Yeah, around 6
Yep.
probably. Maybe a little more, maybe just a little less, but somewhere in that range.
You got to remember, we're talking on the average. It doesn't mean that what we're telling you is going to be the exact amount. You can't give exact amounts because whatever you say is going to end up being a little bit more or a little bit less. But we're just giving you rough ideas of what they're calling for, and this is by models. We're not doing this just out of the top of our head. We're actually repeating.
And remember, this is a storm that has not even really formed yet. It hasn't come together yet. This is all from the model projections in the future.
I tell you what, I'm going to go back over here to the COD so I can show them a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to show you a forecast snowfall map. Gives you approximate totals, and even this is not really up to date, but here it is. In this, you can see this is for Wednesday the 19th. This is what is expected to be on the ground. And if you go over, I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is Western Kentucky, this purple area. And if you look, in general, the average is about anywhere from 6 to 7 inches, and back up to the north, 8 inches, 9 inches off around towards Paducah. So yeah, it could be anywhere from 6 to 9 inches, maybe even. I mean, it could be 4 to 9 inches for all we know. But I'm just telling you, it's going to be a pretty decent amount, and so it's worth.
Some people will get right at 4 or a little less. Other people could get 9. You know, if you're in just the right sweet spot, you get 10.
And if we're looking down in Clarksville, it looks like around 5 to 6 inches there. You know, so then as we get down even towards Nashville, Nashville's going to get some. They're looking at around 3 or 4 inches of snow. Back in Memphis, about 6 inches or so in that area. Just depends. That looks like it's a little further north than Memphis. So if we go back to Memphis, they're looking at a couple of inches or so back there. Denise Perry. Hey, Denise. She says, hello, David. Claudia Roby Grove says the starting time, we think it'll start around a little noonish or after for the Hopkinsville area as light snow, maybe flurries, but get progressively heavier as the day wears on. By the time we get to the evening, maybe 6, 7 o'clock, it should be coming down gangbusters. And it will be heavy at times. And you know, I don't know about you, Mark, if you've ever been in a whiteout. I have, and it is absolutely scary. It's suffocating. You think you're going to...
It is.
You can't catch your breath because it is so suffocating. Everything is... I've had it where you can barely see the tip of your fingers. If you hold your hand out straight, you can barely see the tip of your fingers, and that is scary. So...
And it's really frightening driving because you'll be driving along and everything's good, and all of a sudden you'll just zero.
Yep.
You won't even be able to see the front of your hood.
You just have to stop. I mean, yeah. It's no fun. Okay, so Linda McElrath says, do we have any more winter storms coming behind this one? You know, that's a good question.
In the latest model projections all the way out, I didn't really see much of one, but we'll have to wait and see. It's still, it's...
This is February 23rd. We got a little something coming in. It's got a mixture of rain and snow on the 23rd. Looks like we get a little warming trend, and we get a little shot of cooler air come by. It's not okay. Looks like the next big storm looks like it's coming on the 27th. Right now, it looks like a rainmaker.
Mm-hmm.
And then it ends with snow. And
especially for over to our east.
Yep. And that's about as far out as I get on this model. It's March 1st, but you see, in March 1st, we're still below freezing. So we're going to get a little warm up, but not a lot, and it doesn't last long. So don't expect spring and summer to get here immediately. And I do get more concerned as I look on out into the future. It's one of those things where I look at it and say, I hope it's not going to be that bad. So we'll see. Denise Perry, do you know this snow is thrilling me? I'm so glad, Denise. I'm glad I gave you a thrill for something. Denise is a good friend of ours, so I always aggravate her. I'm glad to see you on, Denise. Take care of yourself, and I'm sure that you're going to get plenty of snow. And Mary Vorvis says, absolutely. Kaylee Level praying. Tracy Johnson, do you think there will be thunder snow? Possible.
Not impossible, but it's
Yeah.
not likely.
Yeah. Linda McElrath says, I'm okay with that. Kelly Level says, I'm ready for spring. Ben Powell, David, what does Bowling Green look like? Ben, it's going to be pretty much the same all over. Everybody that's
Yeah.
asking us, it's
There in
basically
winter
the
storm
same.
warning says
Yep.
4 to 6.
Yeah, 4 to 6 inches. So that's about the best I can tell you. I wish I could give you more exact details on what you can expect, but that's about what we expect anyway. So I don't know, Mark. Let's see, we've been on almost an hour. This is a little longer than what we intended to be on, but we did want to give you guys an update, tell you what's happening. We wanted
Yeah.
to share the message from the governor and get that out, and also the folks that were recovery teams. I forgot what the name of them were, but I'll have to look it up and see. But anyway, you guys take care of yourself. We will be back on tomorrow. Don't know the exact time. Wednesday might be questionable. It's going to depend on whether Mark and I can get to the studios. So Anna Marie Jackson says, so no ice is expected. No, not at this time. We don't expect any significant icing for anything. It's going to be basically an all snow event. Allegra Pace
And
says,
this is looking to be a light, fluffy snow. So for it to also be a heavy snow, it's going to really come down.
yeah. Allegra Pace says, God bless you guys for taking time out of your day for the past few days. Keep us informed on all the weather situations we have encountered. Your guys are very special to us, and be blessed and safe. And thank you, Allegra. That's awful nice. You know, we do all this stuff, and we still, I mean, you know, I'm not stupid. I do know we've got our haters out there, and I don't know why. I mean no issue to anyone. I just hope you guys are safe, and that's the motivation I have. And so anyway, Tessa Terry says, see you tomorrow. Denise Perry says, take care, David Mark. Psycho CPU says, great job as usual, guys. See you tomorrow. See y'all tomorrow. Be careful, Shelley. And Anne Marie Jackson, y'all have a great night. Thank you. Andrea Cook says, hi, David Mark, and thank you. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. Mark, you have any words you want to say before we leave?
Y'all be safe. Watch out for any areas that are still flooded a little bit. And we will see you tomorrow.
Oh, and by the way, go by and see Kelly Level over at the Taco Bell at North Drive and 7th Street. I love that woman. She's popping out. She still said, come and get your bean burritos, extra red sauce. And I love that woman. I swear to God, she does make some of the best. I may have to run by there just to make her happy, you know. But anyway, y'all take care of yourself, and we will see you soon. And we'll see you probably sometime tomorrow, I would say afternoon. Once we get the latest models, we see everything. Maybe we can show you some snow on the cameras coming our way. And like I said, get prepared. Be courteous to everyone, though. Please don't jerk and pull and slap anyone, even though you may want to. But okay, so with that, Kelly says she'll be there tomorrow, too. So be sure and go by and see her tomorrow at the Taco Bell at 7th Street and North Drive. And Shelley Workman says, I agree. Nikki Winter says, go tell the haters to fly a kite. Yeah, Nikki, I know. I try not to respond. It does hurt your feelings a little bit sometimes, especially when it's people that you knew and stuff like that. But we're good, and I'm going to keep going doing my job for you guys the best I possibly can. So take care of yourselves, and we're going to see you tomorrow. And you know what? If I don't see you here, I'll see you here.
Bye, everyone.